Hi Bessie, how's it going? How are you getting on today? It's been a while since we've done one of these videos, but today we're doing a budget bestie. Budget bestie is a series where people anonymously submit their budgets to me. I take a look at them and see what I might do if I was in their situation. This is not financial advice. However, sometimes the way I do stuff can give people a little bit of insight, and that's exactly what the budget bestie today wanted me to do. So let's get into it. So the background is, hi Ira, we are two people living in Hamburg. We are living together for 10 years now. Our financial start was quite tough. According to switching careers, we are now in a much better position. We're earning more than double compared to the last 9 years. For us, it's still quite strange to have this type of income. I would be thrilled to have your point of view on this situation. So today's budget bestie is about people that have been in a certain situation with their money, and money has been tight for a very, very long time. All of a sudden, they've got a bit of a windfall and they don't want to waste that money. And it's a real thing because lifestyle creep is real. When you start earning more money, some people just start spending more money on just their everyday things. So before that happens, it's important to appreciate the money that you have and start to do more things with it. So let's get further into detail. So their main financial goal is to have a good life with travel, fun, healthy sinking funds, including an emergency fund and a good retirement fund. Their main financial issue is they spend mindlessly, mainly on food and travel. Let's get into their budget because it's relatively healthy. There is a bit of debt, so we got some work to do, bestie. So what we got to remember about this budget is it's all in euros. So let's get started. So first of all, we have income here. So income for them in euros is 5,800, and that is their combined salary. So that's what we've got to play with. So let's list all of their things. So first of all, we've got rent, which is 865. We've got heating, which is an interesting category, not something that I'd ever consider, 80. Electricity, so I guess heating is their gas. Electricity, there is 105. We've got mobile, which is their phone plans, that is 40. Internet is incredible price, so internet is 15. We've got the gym for both of them is 70. Travel pass, which they use to get to work, I think it's like a German thing, so that's 50 euros for the month. Then they have car insurance as well, car insurance, which is 150, and then they have Netflix, so all of their subscriptions there comes up to 19. So the total for their bills on a monthly basis is 1,394. When we take it away from that 5,800, it leaves them with 4,406. So moving over to their variable spend, so they have groceries. So groceries in here, that is 500. Then they have fun, which I guess is sort of like social and stuff that they do as a couple, stuff they do with friends. That's 250 per month. They have spending, which is their spending money. That's 200. And then they have hair, for them is like an important category, so that gets £50 per month. That is exactly 1,000 euros, leaves them with 3,406. Then they have quite a lot of sinking funds, so I'm just gonna list these now. So here we have it all. So they have their car, which is like, I guess, car maintenance at 150. Travel, which is more like a holiday, so it's them traveling. They like to put aside 500 a month because it's like their big priority. Then we've got Christmas, birthdays, home, clothing, and health. So that's good. That comes up to 1,000, leaves them with 2,406. Then they have, in terms of debt, they have 3 loans. So loan 1, loan 2, and loan 3. For the minimum payments, it's 420 for one, 160 to the other, and no minimum payment on the third one. That comes up to 580, and that leaves them with 1,826. So that's their buffer. So you can see why they're in the situation that they're in. They have 1,826 left over after everything. So of course they're going to overspend on travel and spending because they've got the money there. So if it's got no purpose and it's burning a hole in your pocket, of course that's going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to allocate stuff, make things realign with their values and really figure that out for them. So we've got this orange pen and it's a stunner. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave their income the same, their bills the same, and I'm going to leave their envelope the same because they seem to be working for them, right? So what we're going to do first is work out two more sinking funds. So we're going to do an emergency fund because they said that's important to them. So emergency and retirement fund. So both of those are really important to them. So retirement and emergency. So let's work out their emergency fund. So their minimums for their bills is 2394. Okay, so that is the 1394 and the 1000, yeah? Then when we times that by 6, so 6 months of their minimums, that makes 14,364 like euros, yeah? When we divide that by 12, so if they want to save up that 14 grand in a year, that's 1,197. But if we divide it by 24, it's 598.50, yeah? So if they want to get that 14 grand in 2 years, that's how much they need to put away. So that's what we're going to originally go for. So 598.50. And then for retirement, I just go 10%. So 10% of what you're earning. You might want to do more depending on how much money is in your retirement fund and stuff like that. But we're just going to go for 10% for now. So 580. So that gives them a new total in their sinking funds of 2178.50, which leaves them with 1227.50. Okay, then we're going to work out an overpayment for their debt and savings. So an overpayment to get rid of this because they say it's important. And we're going to do 620, which makes it 1,200 to debt no matter what. Leaves them with a buffer of 2750, which means that they now can't do anything. They can't do silly things with their money. They can't go to restaurants and stuff like that because every bit of money's got a purpose now. So that's where we're at. Let's talk about how this debt repayment might look like. So let's tear off the sheet and let's get into it. So let's have a look at this. So they got loan 1, loan 2 and loan 3. So loan 1, loan 2 and loan 3. So they owe 1,680 on loan 1, 3,200 on loan 2 and 3,000 on loan 3. Now you'd normally put loan 3 above loan 2 if you're doing the snowball method because it's less money, but this one's actually got 0 interest at the moment. So the minimums on the top one is 420, the minimums on the middle one is 160, and you're not owing anything on that at the moment, so I put that as the lowest priority because it's not generating interest yet, right? We've worked out a £620 overpayment, yeah, so that's where we're at. So when we add the 620 to the 420, it gives you 1,040 to throw at this debt. So if we throw 1,040 at this debt, it's gone in less than 2 months, yeah? Then when we add the 1020 to 1040, sorry, 1040 to the 160, that's our full snowball already at 1,200. Means this debt's gone in 3 months. Then when we add the 1,200 to the 3 grand, it's done in a little over 2 months. So all in all, it's debt-free in 7 months, and that's probably the quickest way I've seen it. So 7 months of hardship just to get rid of these, I think is well worth it. So then when we go back to this budget, what do we then do when we've got £1,200 available? So what I would then do is try and get to this this emergency fund, this 1,400 as quickly as possible. So I'd then up it after the 7 months to 1,197. You won't need to do that for very long either. You'll probably have to do it for like 8 months, something like that. You won't have to do it for very long. Now that you've done the hard bit, start giving yourself a little bit more money. I'd do £1,000 to travel on holiday because that seems to be the really important thing to you. It's really important to understand that your budget is for you. It is personal, it is your budget, right? If travel is the important thing to you, if it is the reason why you make all this money and why you want to do stuff, why wouldn't you funnel as much money as you possibly could into it? So if you're in a position where you're debt free and all you've got to do now is take care of your future self and take care of who you are now, there's no reason why you shouldn't be putting more money towards travel to really enjoy your life while you can. I think this budget would really work for this person as long as they do this hard work of getting out of debt. Then, you know, I say it all the time, when you pay off your debt, your life just becomes so much easier, bestie. When you're in a situation where you don't need to worry about debt, all you need to worry about is who you're going to be and who you are now. That makes such a fundamental difference to your mindset, especially when it comes to money and to who you are as a person. When you take care of yourself, it makes a difference. Now, obviously this budget bestie was a bit easier for me because we didn't have to cut back anything because there was no need to, but we've got some more coming forward because we've had some really good submissions recently, and there's some really tight ones that I'm really excited to get my teeth into. But if you would like me to see your budget bestie, have a look at the link in the description. There's a form builder, it's all anonymous. Let me know what your issues are and I'll see what I would do if I was in your situation. Hi guys, girls and non-binary pals, thank you so much for getting through to the end of the video. You know I love it when you get through to the end of the video. Please give this video some love, make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and if you are going to comment, please use this emoji. What did you think of today's budget bestie? What would you do differently? There's obviously so many different ways to do this budget because there's so much more money, and I know we could have gone really in depth with the sort of categories and stuff like that, but it seems like they're important things. We're going out to restaurants, eating, having fun and stuff like that, and once the debt is gone, they can do all of that stuff. They can add more meat to all of their stuff once their emergency fund is saved up and all of that. They don't seem like people who want to worry about getting a house or anything like that, so it seems really reasonable and I wish them the best of the luck. But I'd love to know what you would do. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you considered becoming a channel member or a patron? Patrons get exclusive content, sneak peeks and significant discounts off my Etsy store. Channel members get early access to every single video. In fact, they've seen this video long before you have, bestie. If you like the sound of those perks and you like the sound of me, have a look at the links in the description. You will not regret it, bestie. That's all we have for this month's budget bestie, but until next one, I would like you to have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week and have a wonderful budget. Always remember, don't trust Ira. And it's thumbnail time, so one of them will do. Ugh, I hate doing these, bestie.